We've all heard that we need to raise our vibration in order to create something, in order to manifest. And we all understand how important it is. Have you ever stopped back to think, what is it really what we're doing when we're raising our vibration? My name is Felicia Searcy, and in this live today, I want to share with you 3 secrets to raise your vibration as I help you understand what's really going on in the process of raising our vibration. And if you're jamming on this and you're loving it and you connect with it, show me some love, put some hearts in the comment section or some thumbs up. And I would love to hear where you're watching from. So whether you're watching this live or the replay, drop in the comment section where you're coming in from. So we've all heard that when you want to manifest something, it's important to raise your vibration. And people will often talk about, I just need to raise my vibration. I just need to raise my vibration. And so I'll hear as people do things like dance or sing or, do action specifically to raise their vibration. All of that is great. I am not saying not to do that. But if you're doing it in order to manifest something, and here's the mistake that I find that people often make, that they work to raise their vibration in order to manifest something. And you may end up manifesting the thing that you say that you want. But here's what happens. Here's what I watch with people is that you raise your vibration, you manifest, and then you slide back down to whatever level you were at before. Then you raise your vibration, you do very intentional things to raise your vibration, you manifest the thing that you say that you want, and then you have it, but you're not truly able to be present for it. You fundamentally have not changed. And so it's like this phenomenon of manifest and then stay the same. Manifest, stay the same, that you manifest the thing that you want, but your life hasn't really changed. You've got it, but your life hasn't really changed. And so what's going on? Well, I have a term for that. I've come up with a term for that. Manifestation, life stays the same. Manifestation, life stays the same. Raise your vibration in order to get the manifestation, but yet life doesn't really change. What I call that is episodic manifestation. That process is you're manifesting episodically. And it works. We've all had experiences where people will say to me, we talk about, quote, the law of attraction. It's like everything gets distilled down into that single law. And people are hearing me teach about these universal laws. People will come to me and say, oh, I believe in the law of attraction. I manifested, and they'll fill in the blank. I manifested my car, I manifested a house, I manifested my partner, a job. They filled in the blank as if it's a one-time event. The problem with that is that now your life is about manifesting things and missing the whole point for the desire. And this is the thing that I want you to truly understand, that your desire for whatever it is, bring to mind right now the thing that you have a burning desire for. The mistake that people make when they think about their burning desire is that they think that the goal is to manifest whatever it is that you desire, that you want to achieve that goal. And once you achieve that goal, you can check off the box and it's like you're done. And so it's, like I said, it becomes like episodic. It's manifestation episode. It's this manifestation episode. It's this manifestation episode. So, it could become a Netflix series, this episode of manifestation. The challenge with that is that it is not engaging the real reason for that desire. The purpose of your desire is actually not to manifest the thing that you're saying that you want. That's great. Getting the thing that we say that we want is absolutely wonderful. I am not dismissing that or denying that. But here's the thing I want you to hear. And if you follow me at all, you'll hear me say this over and over and over again, because it's the repetition that will get it down into the cells to the point where you organize your life around it. The thing I want you to really understand, the thing that I want you to really hear, is that the purpose of that dream, your desire, is not to achieve something. It's to wake you up to more of who you are, more of your magnificence. When you let yourself dream a really mighty dream, it requires you to discover more of you. And it requires you to open up and allow more of life force energy to express through you. You must become a much more accessible conduit channel for life force energy in order for you to be able to create, to generate, to manifest the deep desire that you want. So here's the flip I'm going to encourage you to make when we talk about raising vibration. I'm going to encourage you to actually take your focus off. Stay with me with this. I'm going to encourage you to take your focus off of raising your vibration and instead ask and put your focus on, who is it that my dream is asking me to discover about myself? Or what is it that my dream is asking me to discover about myself? What is it that I am being asked to dig down deep and boldly claim a quality or a way of being that as I grow into that and I become that person, that's the way I move in the world, with a greater degree of awareness, a greater degree of boldness, a deeper mastery of gratitude, a deeper sense of generosity and compassion, a greater degree of creativity. Understand that as you put that on, your vibration automatically rises. And now your world can organize around who you're being rather than a temporary change in how you move for you to get the manifestation. So how do you do that? How do you really work with this process where you're growing into that person in order for your vibration to automatically raise so the world organizes around you differently? Well, I want to walk you through 3 steps that will help you become that person that your dream is asking you to be, where your vibration raises automatically. And you then own this life. It's not happening to you where you raised your vibration and you manifested and you went right back down. It's like, the manifestation roller coaster, or like I said, the episodic manifestation. But as you do it this way, you own whatever comes into your life. There's a saying in New Thought communities and in spiritual New Thought spiritual communities, that we cannot have anything that is not ours by divine right of consciousness. That we truly have in our lives what is ours by divine right of consciousness. And what do I mean by that? It's not just about making it happen. It's about you actually owning it and being in that life, getting to truly be in the life, fully experiencing it. Because think about it. How many times have you manifested something and there's been a short-term jolt, but shortly thereafter, you're wondering if it's going to last. You're looking over your shoulder to see how's it going to be taken away. You wonder if you really deserve it. This is where the imposter syndrome comes in. You start finding yourself doing things to sabotage the good, or just for whatever the reason, you're not able to be fully present and engaged and appreciate the good that's happened in your life. So in order to move from episodic manifestation, where you're manifesting here and you're manifesting here and you're manifesting here, but you don't really get to be part of that life, and to move from true transformation, here are 3 steps that I want you to begin to practice now to make that move, to shift from making something happen to making it welcome, because you're the person who gets to own that life. And so if any of this is resonating with you, please put some love or thumbs up in the comment section and share what has stood out for you so far, what's resonated for you so far. All right, so let's lay a foundation. Now, if you follow me at all, some of this stuff you're going to realize that you've heard this before. But here's the thing. It's the repetition that works it in. My question always is, how well are you organizing your life around this? At what point does it shift from simply being information to truly being the foundation around which you organize your life? So the thing I want you to understand is that you are an energetic being. I am an energetic being. as energetic beings, we are vibrating at a particular frequency. That frequency represents your identity. It represents the way you see yourself. It literally is your energetic signature. And the thing to understand is that we will never be able to outperform the way you see yourself. That I won't, you won't, we will never be able to outperform the way we see ourselves. And so the work is to put on seeing yourself as a different being. All right, so you are an energetic being. We are in constant communication with a field of energy that is all around us, that we live and move and have being in this field of energy, where there are waves of unformed energy hanging out, what quantum physics calls superposition. And the predominant way that you are vibrating, according to the images that you're showing in your imagination and the feelings that you are generating in your physiology, those two things create wavelengths of vibration that are vibrating at a particular frequency that literally impress into this invisible field where there are waves of unformed energy hanging out in superposition. And in some fantastical way, that energy then organizes according to that predominant thought and feeling. It's the basic explanation of the law of attraction. All right, so if we really got that, imagine how reverently we would treat this faculty of our imagination. And you would start with the first step, which many people understand this first step, which is to create images, to create a vision of a life that you love. And you do it by asking the most potent, powerful, holiest of all questions that you can ask, which is, what would I love? What would I love? Now, here's the distinction. You are not having that conversation with yourself. That is not I'm empowering myself to do what I love. What you're doing is having a conversation with the very power that wove you into existence and woke you up this morning. When you ask, what would I love? What you're really asking is, what would love to express through me? You are entering into a conversation with love itself. Then you open yourself up and you allow the images to drop in, and you pay attention to those images that bring you most alive, because that's your indicator, that's your signal that you are following your soul's progression. Now, here's the powerful thing about the answer to that question. So often people will, ask, what would I love? And they get a vision. And then they set about trying to achieve the vision. They do the work of raising their vibration in order to achieve the vision. And of course, you got to move your feet, but that's a whole nother live. The thing I want you to get is that you're not raising your vibration in order to achieve the goal. The purpose of that dream, that purpose of that desire that's dropping in and lighting you up, is universal intelligence's way of saying there's more of you. There's more for you, and there's more of you that life is asking you to discover. So then there's a gap. There's a gap between where you currently are, which, by the way, is fabulous. And then there's a gap between what it is that you're saying that you would love. Instead of focusing on raising your vibration for the sake of manifesting that desired outcome, I'm going to encourage you, in order to be able to navigate that gap, you focus on, who is my dream asking me to become? What is my dream asking me to discover about myself? What elements am I to leave behind as I step into this gap? And what qualities am I to put on? Am I to put on a greater degree of boldness? Am I to put on a deeper sense of awareness of how connected I am to source? Am I to put on courage and compassion and generosity? And what does it look like? And what does it feel like in your beingness? When you put your focus on mastering things like gratitude, mastering things like generosity, mastering things like creativity and courage, acting in the face of no evidence. Yeah, Brian. Oh, I'm so happy that you're here, Brian. Acting in the face of no evidence, you are putting on, you are emulating and transmitting courage. Your vibration automatically raises, and equally, if not more important, it's changing you. It's changing the way that you show up in the world, and it's changing the way you see yourself. So now you're not just changing to get something, you are going through a true transformation. So when you manifest something, you have grown with the manifestation, and who you are will never go back. Not only do you have this in your life, but you get to be the person that owns it. So first step, understand that we are these amazing, powerful beings with this capacity to create, and we are always communicating with life force energy. Number two, activate this capacity by consciously designing a life that brings you most alive, using the question, what would I love? Understanding that you are actually in a conversation with life force energy itself. And number three, ask, who is my dream asking me to become? What is my dream asking me to discover about myself? And as you put your focus on that, as you move your feet, you're not just, visualizing and going to the refrigerator to make a sandwich, in the words of Jim Carrey, but that you are consciously being that person as you're making a phone call, as you're making the sandwich, as you're taking the action steps to bring your dream into fruition. And watch, of course, you will manifest, and watch as you come along and you fundamentally transform. The real gift is not the result. It's great. The real gift is who you become in the process. And that will automatically raise your vibration as you are now signaling to the universe, this is who I'm being. All right. So love to hear what elements of this really resonated with you. And if you want more, I would love to have you join my masterclass. I got a masterclass tomorrow, 10 o'clock Pacific time, the Ultimate Impact Multiplier Masterclass, where I will walk you through the blueprint to be able to make a profound impact with your business and your life, because I know that's what you're up to. So if you would like that, put in the comment section impact, and we will get that information to you. All right. So know how much I deeply love and appreciate you. I'd love to hear your takeaways from this. Again, the 3 steps to raising your vibration. Understand that we are constantly in a relationship and conversation with this life force energy, that our predominant thoughts and feelings are what impresses into this invisible field. Knowing that, you take charge of this amazing faculty of your imagination and consciously choose images that bring you most alive. And then understand that conversation, those images are inviting you to discover more of who you are created to be. Who am I meant to be in order to achieve this dream? Is what is my dream asking me to discover about myself? All right. So I hope this served. Come hang out with me tomorrow. Impact in the comment section, and we will get you that information. Know how much I deeply love and appreciate you. You are amazing. My name is Felicia Searcy. Mwah. God bless.